Okay, so this is a requested tutorial on how to color the lines of a line art or manga scan. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong still, I'm trying. I also have rubber bands in my mouth right now for my braces, which is making it a little hard to talk. Anyways, on to the tutorial. This is the picture I'm using. I am using Paint Tool SI for this tutorial, but it can be done in Adobe Photoshop, GIMP, or of course Paint Tool SI. So feel free to use it in any. Alright, first, figure out which area you're going to color and color it. Shade it, highlight it. This is what I've done with the skin. You can do this with the hair, you can do this with the clothing, you can do this with any aspect you just want to color it in first. Make sure you are completely happy with the coloring. And I am. You can always add more shading and more highlights and whatever, but what you really want to make sure you're happy with right now is the colors, because this is what we're going to be using. Now, you're going to want to choose a darker, more saturated version, or shade, I should say, of the darkest color you used in the shading. So let me zoom in a little bit, and you can see. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so in the first box here, this is the darkest color I used in the shading. And this is the color I made the lines. You can use this method for any color. You just make it a little bit darker and a bit more saturated. Depending on the color, you might need to make it a whole lot darker, or a whole lot more saturated, or maybe just a little bit darker and just a little bit more saturated, but keep away from just making like a very gray, darker, because that's not going to show up well on the lines. Now you're going to want to make a new layer on top of the layer and set it to screen. I'm going to make the skin invisible because we really don't need to have that right now. Actually, I'm going to save some time and not draw on the picture right now. But the screen setting right there is available in Paint Tool SI, Adobe Photoshop, and GIMP. So feel free to use this in any of these, those programs, yet again. Just color over any lines that would be in that color. So basically, if you colored it in this stage, color it over with the line color in the layer on screen. So basically, this is what I did. You really can't see it, so here you go. Here's just some background color, and you can see where it went. Make sure to get the edges and any shading, unless you want to erase all the shading. Make sure you get all the lines. See, I forgot the top of the arm here, so I'm just going to have to do that, but alright, so you're going to merge that down onto the line art layer, okay? And you really can't see it now, but if I make it that invisible, you can see it's kind of pink. And when I put that visible again, you can see how it blends. It looks very nice, very clean, I think, and very professional looking, in my opinion. I mean, the colors worked together in a professional way, I guess. I can't phrase crap today. Anyways, this can also be done if, I say I pull this layer and put it on top. Yeah, that's on normal, but if I put it on multiply, it still looks good. So depending on whether you want to do the colors below or above the line art, it's fine. Just make sure you do the screen layer of the line color above the line art and then merge it down onto the line art. And that's basically all you have to do. You can do this with any area. You can see basically how much of a difference there is between right here, I didn't color that part of the ear and I didn't get on top of the arm compared to, the hand, it does make a dramatic difference. And that's how you do it. So I hope that helped. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments, and I will try my best to get back to them.